We are officially back. Back.
We're back for real this time.
It's not like we didn't give anybody any false sense of hope.
I was complaining a lot online. I can't even lie to you.
I think you just wanted to speak. You just wanted to talk about anime. And
I did want to talk about anime. There's a lot of cool stuff.
It's been a while since we talked about anime. Really. So we've been on. So many things have changed since we last recorded. But nonetheless, first of all, I gotta do proper intros. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 140 of the Lookout Podcast. Wow, see, it's been a while. I'm of course Meelz. I'm here with LJ.
Yo,
we're officially back. I am older. Wiser.
Yeah, we missed a whole birthday and everything.
I'm. You know what? I thought it was gonna be weird because usually I do podcasts, especially Lookout stuff when it crosses my birthday. But it's not anymore. You know what? You know what it was? It was because Jeff and I exchanged proximity birthdays, so I'd always make sure that we would have something planned to celebrate each other. But now that doesn't matter. So
our birthdays are too far apart, so it's all good.
It's not that far apart. If you count yours from the beginning and me at the end, it's about like 2 months. So it's not like it's not as close as it was before, but it's still like.
I was gonna say February is always like a heavy birthday month for me. Like your birthday,
feel like it is.
It's like your birthday, aunt's birthday, uncle's birthday, 2 of my little cousins' birthdays. It's just like, yeah.
There's a lot of birthdays. There's absolutely
a lot of birthdays in February for me. So.
Absolutely. I've been eating like I'm fucking Goku this entire week because I had off the entire week. So I've just been eating whatever, doing whatever, and I'm definitely reaping the consequences of doing such. So,
your stomach whamming? You feeling?
Bruh, I gotta just get back on water and fasting and all this other shit that I've been doing. But nonetheless, I think we're good. I think we'll figure it out. I'm back. I gotta go back on my training arc type shit.
I feel it. I've been the same way. I've been in the gym pretty consistently though. Me and a friend. I think that's been the biggest help is I have like been working out with a friend and working out with somebody. So it's been like motivating me and pushing me to go like, all right, I got to wake up to go to the gym. And I've been getting there pretty early in the morning.
I've never been able to find someone as consistently as like if we're going to make this a thing and go to the gym together. I never find someone who is consistent enough. And then also I'm a big like stickler. I'm like, yo, if we meet at 7, I'm not meeting at 7:30. Like I came to do this. I'm a big stickler on time. So yeah. It's very rare for me to work out with someone else. I used to have a workout partner and then he moved. So now I just kind of work out alone and I'm kind of cool with that because I'm really going at my own pace, at my own speed, all this other stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. January, I was definitely pushing pedal to the metal. February, I absolutely fell off. But March is here, and I feel like I'm gonna pick it back up again.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Like for real, because being in the gym consistently, like I can tell the difference. Not even just like with my body and just like physically how I feel, but like mentally how I feel. I'm in the gym a lot more. Like I'm so much more clear-headed. I feel that I have more energy. Yeah. So to hear that you're getting back to it, that's always good. Good to hear. It's always good to hear when people are like taking care of themselves and just being like, "No, I'm going to get back to it."
And I feel like I haven't in years. I remember I used to have a lot of like gym videos and selfies on my Instagram and stuff, and haven't done that in years. Like post-pandemic, because like everything, I was on such a tear before the fucking pandemic, bro. I was hitting all.
Oh yeah, you were going crazy. You were like running a lot, and
the pandemic is when I started running.
Oh yeah, that's when you started running. But
pre-pandemic, like I was hitting all types of personal. I was like benching like 245. I was doing all types of shit. I was moving, and now like what's crazy is I have no desire to lift that much weight anymore. I'm like, what am I?
Do you feel that you can you still lift that much weight? Do you still think you can bench 245 now?
No, right now, no. Hell to the no. Like it's something you have to build up towards. It's not like if I was like, I don't know. Yeah, it's something you have to build up towards. I would never recommend someone just like cold off of like lifting weights for various months and just going to 245. Nah, it's a genuine like build up process back to where you were. It can be quicker to build back up to it. Like if I started back from the beginning, it would not take me 3 years to push 245 anymore. It would probably take me like maybe a month or so, maybe a month and a half. If I do it consistently. But nah, I mean, I have no desire to pick up heavy weight like that anymore and put it back down. It puts so much of a strain on my body.
We're gonna get limber Meelz now. You're gonna start going to yoga classes, and
I need to listen. It's when you listen to as you get older, I guess, and listening to your body and being like, okay, like I could probably lift up all this weight, and I could, but it's like all this stuff is like so.
I don't know. If I see you with the Pilates mirror pick, that's all I'm waiting for.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm all about trying new things. I've been stretching a lot more. Stretching is so important. All types of other stuff like that. Running was I hated running. I mean, I like running now because it just gives me clear thought and clear, state of mind. And I think that's even why I like the gym too, because it's kind of like your own world and your own place, and it's kind of like away from everything else. But, yeah, I have no desire to pick up such heavy weight anymore. Like, I'm good on that. Like, I'm tired of like coming back home to like pains and aches and all this other stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be that way, but it is. So yeah, listen to my body and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't think this would become some sort of wellness adventure that
that was fun. Look out where you get your wellness tips from. Is that going to like be our new thing? We're going to start every episode with a new wellness tip.
I mean, if people want to hear it,
make sure you eat your spinach and your leafy greens.
Oh, fibers is so important. Like fiber. Get your no. This is not what people come for.
No, it's not. They come here to have anime
to hear about fiber. All right, so we've been gone since pretty much early December. What have you been watching? What have you been reading? What do you want to talk to the world about? What thoughts do you want to get off your chest? Because I know you have plenty. Because I've heard them on Twitter.
Man. So I guess the best thing, or the thing that I've watched recently that has really had my attention and has like a chokehold on me right now is Monster, the anime.
Please tell me what the hell this is about.
So Monster is about, so there's this doctor named Tenma, and when you first meet him, here's this doctor. He's one of the best surgeons in the world. He's dating engaged to the head of the hospital's daughter. Like, he pretty much has everything. And then one fateful night, he decides he essentially has a choice of saving this little boy or saving the mayor. So he saves this little boy instead of the mayor, and after that his life turns to crap because we figure out that this little boy is a mass murderer, and he grows to continue to be this like serial killer. But you learn more about the kid's past, and he has like a twin sister, and there's all these like twists and turns, and you figure out about like these it's set in Germany post World War II, but you like it just ties in all these historical things and like these secret doctors and this like orphanage that was like abusing kids, and like them trying to find the next Hitler, and like it just gets so crazy, but it's such a good story.
Is this on Netflix? I'm looking at it on Netflix.
No, is it on Netflix? I'm watching it on somewhere bootleg.
Is it?
I'm streaming it on some.
Is it an old anime? Very old anime?
Yeah, it's an older anime. Gotta be.
What? 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
All right, then apparently it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's in English or Netflix, but I see 74 episodes. Um, looks about like what you're talking about. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. 2004, 2005.
Yep, there it is on Netflix. That's so interesting. All right, so
Wow, I didn't know it
we're,
was on Netflix, and I'm over here just
that,
watching it illegally. I could have just been.
it's not anywhere else. Like, wait, first of all, how did you find this? Wait, yeah, how did you find
So
it?
I was going through. Was it? What's the YouTube channel that makes all the lists? Pop Crave?
Uh, Popgrave? No,
No,
wait, the
what?
YouTube channel that makes all the lists. Watch
Yeah,
Mojo.
is it Watch? Is Watch Mojo? I think it was either a Watch Mojo thing or one of those comic book pages. But essentially, I was looking up at like top 10 anime villains. I was just kind of going through this wormhole, and the boy Johann Lieberman, that's the serial killer's name. He kept popping up on every list. I was just like, all right, well, let me see how horrible this person is. And yeah, he's pretty bad. He's a pretty bad guy. He's pretty bad. But I will say this. I don't.
What do you sympathize about him? What redeeming quality have you found about this man?
He was like in this abusive orphanage, you know what I'm saying? And like all this bad stuff kind of happened to him. It was one of those nurture nature things where I felt that he could have had a much different life if he didn't have to go through some crap.
Hey man, isn't that the story of all anime? All anime villains, probably except maybe like Frieza or something. I don't know. Frieza.
Yeah,
we haven't got the backstory of. Well, we haven't got the backstory of Frieza. We don't know how he came up. We don't know if he was abused as a kid. We just know Frieza is like the Lord Sith of evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, once we get the backstory on Frieza, will people sympathize with Frieza? Will we find that King Cole molded him to be this way? Like, it will. There's so much stuff. That's why this Dragon Ball Z shit.
Frieza's at the point of no return though with evil.
Yeah, I guess because he finds very like entertainment and humor in the demise and destruction and
like
others.
He'll just like start shooting energy blast at people just cause.
You know,
he's evil for the sake of evil.
Okay, all right, well.
But no, Monster though is really good, like especially if you're into like mystery and like suspense and things like that. I think Monster is a really fun anime to watch.
You know what? I will tap in. I will have to. You know what? I guess it's on Netflix. Netflix is the UI on Netflix, albeit Netflix is kind of getting on my nerves. But the UI on Netflix is good for binging shows. Now, are you watching in Japanese or English? Is there a sub or is there a dub?
Oh yeah. I'm watching it subbed right now. There might be a dubbed. I'm actually like, I feel that there might be. I'm pretty sure there is a dubbed.
A dub. Let's see. Where did it air? I can't see. Oh, there is a dub. Wow.
Yeah.
It says it was dubbed all through pretty much 2009 through 2010. This is so interesting. Okay, I might tap in. I'm currently on Bleach Watch.
Oh God, how is that going?
Been watching Bleach for the first time. This is the first time ever in life. I started reading it, but I be falling asleep when reading.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
I be falling asleep when reading. Just if I have to binge too much. There's very few manga that keep me invested from page to page that I can't put it down, even if I do a couple chapters. And the two that come to mind most are The Promised Neverland and My Hero, because My Hero I stand, of course. But The Promised Neverland builds up for the next chapter at the end of every chapter. So it's a true mystery in that fashion. Bleach started off as this like episodic. Here's the first season is like, oh, here's this, what are they called? What are those villain things called? Fuck, I forget. Hollows. oh, there's a hollow that invades the city. Oh, let me destroy it. And then the episode ends and everyone's like laughing and having their own jokes. I'm at the part where it's apparently picking up. I think I'm in season 3. And apparently there are a lot of seasons.
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes on. It's one of those. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the big 3 for a reason because it ran forever, and it. I feel that's the one connecting point that all 3 of them have is that they've all ran. I feel the only one
too
I feel
long?
that didn't. Yeah, ran too long for sure. Even I don't know. One Piece. When you look at One Piece, yeah, I mean, like when you look at One Piece, I give it a slight pass of how long it is.
Why do you say that? Please, why did it need a pass? Because it's kind of ridiculous.
It's ridiculously long. It's ridiculously long for sure. I mean, there's a bunch of other really popular, ridiculously long. I mean, Ippo is at 1400, I believe, for chapters. But no, I just think that with One Piece in comparison to the others is like the world building that they did. Like if you look at Pirate Adventures never really end. They just find a new adventure. And like with that,
I mean, he's trying to find the treasure. There is an absolute goal. There is an
absolute goal for sure. But
he hasn't reached it yet, and it's been like over 20 years.
Hey man,
I mean, it took Ash eventually. Ash got his. So what?
What's Monkey D. Luffy?
Hey man, well listen, he got his.
And
what's Monkey D. Luffy waiting
and he
for?
He had an age handicap too. He didn't even get older.
But and then also he started. But Luffy's been. I assume he's maintained strength this entire time. Ash has gone through resets of like, okay, I'm gonna just take a whole new set of Pokemon to this thing, and like had to start over from the beginning. Like every region he did for whatever fucking reason. Monkey D. Luffy, I'm assuming, has only gotten more powerful with time.
Yeah, I mean, Ash has too. He's became a better trainer through time.
I guess, yeah, but like he's had there's been a handicap with him. I don't know if there's the same handicap with Luffy about why this has taken him so long, but nonetheless, we're here. I'm on episode 45, where Yorichi is training. What's my man's name? He training the main character. Fuck, what is this guy's name?
Ichigo?
Yeah, Ichigo. Damn. I'm never gonna, unless I say these things, like, unless we do an actual season on Bleach, I'll never know these people's names. It was the same way with My Hero Academia. Like, I didn't know all the students' names, but as soon as we did those seasons covering it, I knew everyone's names and I know what everyone does. But yeah, I'm at where Yorichi's training Ichigo for a rematch against the big spiky hair dude of the Soul.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Division thing. So that's where I'm at. It definitely heated up. I'm looking forward to skipping filler because fuck if I'm watching all this shit.
Oh, are you doing the good old?
I'm doing the filler free watch.
Yeah, filler free watch.
Yeah, I'm doing a filler free. That's what I did with Naruto. That's why I finished it in like maybe like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, I just skipped all the filler. So I mean, the experience with Bleach has been alright. This is kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho, but like I guess they like expanded the universe of Yu Yu Hakusho and made it more ninja-y. But it's it's not bad.
It's kind of like that. I mean, you can definitely tell the influence on that. That's
and
facts.
I can see the influence on like other things in the future, like Demon Slayer and all this other shit like that.
Yeah, but like Bleach is influential. I just don't think. I just not that I don't think it's not as good. I think it's good. I like it better than Naruto.
Rank the big three.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. You're the only one of us who's seen all 3 of them all the way through, or read them all the way through, or something.
One Piece.
Majority of them. One Piece is 1. Naruto or Bleach?
See, I know that I'm gonna rank them now, and someone's gonna pull up an old clip of me saying something that's gonna completely contradict what I'm gonna say.
Right.
So I'm screwed on this end.
I mean, we're going with how you feel right now.
How I feel right now: One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. I think Naruto's impact, just overall in pop culture, is bigger than Bleach. And I think
it absolutely is.
Yeah, like pop culture wise, is way bigger than Bleach. But I feel that in terms of actual manga and anime, I think Bleach might be a little bit more influential than Naruto.
I feel like, from what I've gathered, I mean, I have not watched a significant. The only significant one I've watched is Naruto, like a significant amount, and I mean all of it. Bleach, I'm barely the way through. One Piece, I'm never making it to the end. I just know.
No, yeah, you're not. Listen, sometimes I see you watching it when I log on to Crunchyroll, and you're chipping slowly away.
That's got to be someone else. I do not have your Crunchyroll anymore.
You don't have my Crunchyroll anymore. Wow, this hurts.
I have my own. I have my own now.
This hurts.
What happened? Someone is watching One Piece and you're chipping away.
Oh, someone probably is. Season 2 episode. You're past 103, right?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody's watching it. I have the community one, so like 1,000 people have this password.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, good to know that you're for the community.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your Crunchyroll account is for the streets.
It is. I have a very thotty Crunchyroll account.
No, but that's interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm never gonna finish it. Bleach, I'm at least gonna make an attempt because people have been saying this 1,000-year blood arc has been really good. So
I haven't watched. I've only watched like the first couple episodes, only because I just wanted to see how it looked. It looks amazing.
I mean, everything looks amazing now. The bare minimum is
that is true. It
has to look amazing.
That is very true. I like now is really hard to have a bad looking anime.
People saw how Demon Slayer gave it up and was like, "Oh, critically acclaimed. We just need to look fire. Say less."
Yeah, I know. People like shit on Demon Slayer for being such a simple story, but I'm like, is that not what you want? A simple story with amazing graphics?
I don't agree. Like, well, it's a simple story, but
short seasons.
I don't think that makes it worse because it's simple. I think it's not as in depth as everything. Like, for instance, right? Dragon Ball Z, surface level. It's goated for me. Just because of the moments it has, and at times moments are maybe more important than the actual like going through the depths of the story itself, because we define our memories of watching all these things by the moments that occurred during it. You remember the first time this happened, or you remember who went into there. You remember a lot more things that say like, oh, and this story was awesome. I think I don't have anything against Demon Slayer story, and it ended, and I'm okay with the ending. Like I'm not thrilled by it. That's what
I'm saying.
And I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's okay for something to be just really solid and consistent in what it does.
Yeah.
I think that like that's why I like it and love it so much. It's consistent. I know what I'm gonna get from it. It's not nothing too crazy. Like
nothing in Demon Slayer.
It's like it had like things in Demon Slayer
way off course, where I was like, where did that come from? I mean, it does a little bit towards the end for like, it doesn't swerve way off course, but it essentially like adds plot armor to a bunch of things, just to make sure that whoever needs to stay alive needs to stay alive, and whoever needs to die needs to die. But I think
a lot of them died. I think only 3 of them survived.
Hey man, don't spoil it.
Oh yeah, my bad. That's a spoiler for people. I didn't tell y'all which ones though.
This is true. Look out for your fave. Look out for
also,
your fave dying.
Yeah, look out for your fave. Also, if you listen to Big Eyes before,
of course, we've talked about it.
I've definitely talked about it on there. But no,
But
I think that it doesn't do
but
anything. It doesn't do anything that hasn't been done before. It just does the things that it does really well. Like that's like, and I think that's okay for an anime. I mean, like you said, I don't feel everything needs to be this whole like to your eternity.
mm,
I've like I've watched a few episodes. I know season 2 is running now. It's a good anime. It's like deep and a lot of things going on, but at the
right,
same time, just because it's like that doesn't mean that not everything needs to be like that just so it could be good. If you get what I'm
right.
saying.
Sometimes you just need to turn your brain off, and that's
Yeah, this stuff is
where we're
mindless
at.
anyways.
Yeah, sometimes there's definitely like certain periods where it's just like I just want to watch something where I don't really have to, and like I'll give you a thing. As we was waiting to do this podcast, I turned on Dragon Ball Super just because I know this shit. It's so flat level. There's nothing I need to watch. I can have it on in the background, and there's not a lot of background animes. There's not like
There's
because
not. You have to pay
plots
attention.
plots have gotten so like um they do a lot now, and there's so much investment that need to be made in character building and world building, all the other stuff like that. Like there's rarely anything that you can just kind of run. I think you can run all right, a background anime. I think you can run Dragon Ball Z and all the other iterations of it. You can really run that. Sailor Moon, I think you can run, to be honest with you. Just like have it on.
Demon Slayer is another one.
Demon Slayer, you can run and have it on. Naruto, I think you can run and have it on. Because so many episodes.
I low key think Yu Yu Hakusho you could do the same.
You can absolutely keep Yu Yu Hakusho running in the background and just have it on. The classics you can have running like it. I don't think it makes it a classic, but it certainly makes it
more enjoyable. Like you can just have it on and around, and you can just pop up and look at it when you want to, or you hear something happening and you're like, "Oh, whoa, that's cool."
And there's a level of comfort to it.
Yeah, and it's not like
Spy Family too. Spy Family, you can just like kind of just let it rock.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not like I need to sit here and pay attention and need all this background information on why this guy is fighting this guy. It's like you can usually just kind of understand and tell, like, this guy just doesn't like him because he's probably doing something bad. Like that's all you really need to know. These guys are fighting because that guy's trying to destroy the world and blow it up for whatever reason, and now he's trying to stop him, and that's all I needed to know.
All right, so current run shows. There's been a couple that's popped up since we've done this. Chainsaw Man ended. How did you feel about the first core season of Chainsaw Man? We'll talk about it probably in full later down the line, but how did you feel about it?
Amazing. I really enjoyed. There hasn't been a bad episode. There hasn't been an episode yet that I haven't absolutely adored. I'm standing on my take that episode 7.
What happened in it?
That's the taste of a kiss. That is.
Oh.
That's where he gets his mouth thrown up in.
All right.
Yeah, I still think that is the best episode that they did. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say the best or personal favorite, just so I don't need ruffle any feathers. Personal favorite episode 7.
Mine is. Let me actually look up. All right, keep going.
But yeah, no, I think it was great. I think the adaptation is amazing so far. I think the art in it is amazing. Obviously being a fan of the manga beforehand, you kind of know what the story is like already. So, just seeing it all come to life is always like the best part of being a fan of the manga and the anime, because you're just like, oh man, I can't, like, these parts, I can't wait for this. Like even the katana versus chainsaw, like you're just like, yo, I've been dreaming of this to start.
Yeah. Nah, mine is episode 8 and 9. Just that is the moment of the series where I really was like, what the fuck? Like, like, with Makima, you know, what happens to her. I don't know why we talk about this like it's not out. She gets shot.
Yeah.
And then lives and then kills pretty much all the bad guys and in a really disgusting way. And you can kind of tell from that moment, because she's always been like, in that moment, it wasn't something that was explicitly said, but your suspicions of like, I don't really trust her like that, was kind of confirmed in a way. Or it's you're continuing to build that suspicion of like, I don't know if she's the good guys in this. I don't know at all.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially when you go and see how she ended up handling the situation.
There you go.
When she goes to the temple.
There it is. Absolutely.
Like, you're kind of like, whoa, you're a little thrown off.
Mob Psycho ended.
How did you feel about that? I know you're a big Mob Psycho fan, so.
I'm a huge Mob Psycho fan. I like that it got the opportunity to end. And I thought it was, honestly, the ending lived up to pretty much the entire theme of the anime. And it's if you don't subscribe to Totally Not Mark on YouTube, he covered this just a couple weeks ago, and he had a really great point of like, this anime, it doesn't cover a large sweeping part of his life, but sometimes it's those small, advancements, the small things that help you move forward. And it was all about Mob kind of developing his own agency as a kid, as he's trying to grow into pretty much a teenager. And it doesn't span a large part. There isn't no time skip or anything like that. It's really like maybe like a year of his life. And I think it's one of the most earnest, great animes of this time, that probably it'll never be off the top of your tongue of like, yo, what's your favorite animes running right now? It'll never be like someone's like top 3, but I think it should be at least considered as one of the greats of this time. And I think it'll age very, very well. And my only thing is like, will it, as anime continues to grow, and this is not a fear, it just is what it is. It's like a book that you pull out. But as anime continues to grow, will stories like this be lost to time in the world of the AOTs and Demon Slayers and 1,000-year blood arcs and all this other stuff like that?
Nah, I don't think so. Because I think there's a lot of things that were pretty, I don't want to say obscure, but like they were in the same vein as Mob, as this really great anime that ran, and like during a time where there are some other big giants. I don't think it probably has the pull or the popularity as these other ones. I don't think that takes away from its own greatness though. And I don't think that it'll get lost. I feel that there's other animes. I mean, you look at something like Gurren Lagann. Like, people still talk about it and still watch it, but I very rarely ever hear anyone say like that's their favorite ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still really good. Yeah, I think there's probably some more animes like that too that I can't think of off the top of my head, where it's just like they're still really good. I probably very rarely will you probably find someone put in their top 5 of like the top 5 favorite animes all time. It probably won't reach that status for some people, but I think that it will still I think it'll still hold up at like the test of time as people still go on. Like, no one's ever gonna go back and rewatch Mob and be like, man, this shit was weak, or like this shit was not that good. Like, no one's ever gonna do that. Most people are gonna probably go back and rewatch it and probably have the same feelings of you of just like, wow, this was really amazing, and like kind of thinking like, did it get overlooked? Like, did it, during that time? But I don't think that it will get lost in this shuffle of I definitely think it's underrated. I don't think it's gonna get lost in the shuffle of the other bigger ones that are running right now, though.
Absolutely. Something else that's in my watch list, I literally just pulled up Crunchyroll right now that I haven't finished, nor am I caught up on, but I think that's kind of okay. Maybe I'll wait till it ends. Trigun Stampede.
Oh yeah, I like it. So the thing is that I haven't read Trigun the manga, so I don't know if this is a closer adaptation to the other one. I know the other one had some tweaks in it, the original Trigun series, but no, I like it so far. I don't know how and when I became a little bit more lenient on CGI animation, but it doesn't look bad. It's really tight. It reminds me of Witch of Mercury in terms of like the colors and how they make space look. But no, I enjoy it.
I haven't caught up to it yet. I watched the first 4 episodes, and then I kind of like stopped watching. And I was like, okay, let me let this thing build out a little bit more. Even though I don't think this is something that I can watch it all in one sitting, to be honest with you. I don't think I can like binge this all in a thing, because every episode is pretty. It definitely gives me the vibes of that like late 90s anime of where there's so much emotion and lore and stuff built into the actual story itself. So it gives me like, Trigun back in the day, and Cowboy Bebop and a lot of other things like that, where there's so much built into it that every episode for me for this has felt kind of like its own adventure. And I don't know why.
I love watching animes like that where each episode feels like. I mean, that's why I got like stuck into Outlaw Star, because watching it, I was like, wow. Granted, there's kind of obviously you have your overarching theme, but each episode really kind of took you into a new world and took you into a new place. I don't think that. I think now in anime, I feel there's more of an emphasis on making everything connect to the overarching goal, and then you kind of go through these stumbles along the way. Like each thing doesn't feel like a like, I feel this is a bad example because they're supposed to feel this way, but like going back to My Hero and the war arc, like each episode just felt like more like war, like we're stuck in this war. Like each episode didn't feel like a separate adventure each time.
Yeah. No, you're right. A lot of the reviews on Crunchyroll are good about Trigun Stampede. So I'm recommend. I'm sure we'll talk.
Do you read the like reviews and comments on Crunchyroll?
No, I'm literally watching it I'm literally reading it for the first time now. I could give a shit about what people think. But some of these reviews are actually really good. Like some of these, they're actually like giving like legitimate reviews. It's not like a comment. I mean, I'm sure there's other anime. I'm sure Trigun Stampede, I think it's like it's a taste. There's a taste to it. You don't just dive into it. You kind of maybe largely get recommended to Trigun Stampede if someone has watched it back in the day. So I expect the viewer base to kind of be like, oh, these are people that are giving like actual reviews and being like, yo, I'm a longtime fan of Trigun, with this overall fan project, I'm really coming close to, and blah blah blah. Stampede lines up a lot more with the manga. It's clear they're only given 12 episodes and stuff like that. Like they're giving like full actual reviews. I'm sure if I go on My Hero Academia's thing, they're gonna be like, and the show was shit after season 3, and another episode. What's Horikoshi doing?
What's Horikoshi doing? It's hilarious.
But that's the thing. All right, you know what? Let's talk about My Hero, because we're here.
Yeah, let's do it. We're here. My Hero, season 6.
Second half somehow is beating the shit out of the first half, in my opinion.
Because the second half is it's a little, it feels different. The tone's different.
The tone is different. The show feels different for the first time in a long time.
They're really leaning into this whole like vigilante darkness ordeal, and I like it.
The world has changed. All right, so the first half of My Hero Academia season 6 is about the war, and obviously you kind of get a sense of like everything that's going on with the heroes. You get to see quirks in action. You get to see kind of things unfurled, and this up to this point was the most anticipated arc in My Hero Academia, because it's literally the game-changing arc. This changes it all. It takes 6 seasons, but we're finally here, and this is the thing that changes society. This would be the climax of the movie. This would be Thanos gets his hands on 5 stones, you know, and it's like, oh fuck, we're in trouble, because if he gets his hand on the 6th stone, 6th or whatever, how many fucking Infinity Stones, whatever.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Go listen to Black Variant if you want to figure that stuff out.
There you go. They could probably explain it a lot better than I can. But if they get there, like, the world's in turmoil.
Everything shit. You got prisoners out. They running around doing their thing.
Right. I think and what's weird is I think people shit on the action for My Hero Academia because it's not animated like certain other things. And to a sense, I agree. I do think it's not animated to the quality of like other things. But I feel like when you're at a pace like the first half of the season was, where every episode there's a new battle and a new move and new, you know, you got to incorporate like 17, 18, 19, 20 characters that are all actually doing something in an episode all at once, it kind of slows down. The second half of the season is kind of like strip back everything, you know.
Yeah,
we're seeing more All for One in one episode, and then we're talking about the Todoroki family in another episode, and now we're kind of focused on the Dark Deku arc. In this one, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A lot of people have said, I don't know if you watched the most recent episode.
Lady Nagant.
Yeah, the lovely Lady Nagant episode. People were like, oh my god, this is like top 10 in the series. I kind of agree, but it's really, really good. It's like they're taking it in a it's gone to a different kind of feel to the episode, and it's a little bit more gritty, but it still keeps the same general concept of like all of these villains. Maybe if something happened in their lives previously that they would not have turned into it, and it shows you that it's not black and white as heroes and villains typically see, but there are definitely shades of gray. But ultimately, we can all work together to build a better world for one another. And then All for One blows her up, and and then
like
that's that.
Like a real true villain. I told you I was going to be one episode.
No, it was. I mean, it's 1.5 episodes, but we're not getting the Star and the Stripe thing in this fucking season. I can tell.
Oh no, we're not. I don't even know where they stop. Did they stop when they blow up the?
No. They are definitely stopping because it's in the. This is not spoilers because it's in the fucking intro. They're stopping with the. All the kids approach Deku. His classmates finally meet up with him. You know.
Oh, so damn! We're getting the lowest point of my man's career.
But sometimes I'm sure they'll make it beautiful or something of the rather.
No, they're gonna make it beautiful. It's gonna be all heartfelt, and people gonna be crying and yada yada yada. And I'm gonna be sitting there seething, seeing it live in action.
I'm a sucker for all this shit. I am. So
not how they do my man Bakugo.
We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah.
What else is currently airing or out or cool or anything? What else have you What have you been reading? How about that? Let's get
I've been reading a little bit of manga. I got so much stuff to catch up on manga wise. I got so much stuff to catch up on manga wise.
I saw the greatest review of Chainsaw Man Part 2. And I blame Carlos.
I know which one you're talking about. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Carlos retweeted it. Let me see if I can fucking find it so I can just good lord. No, I can't. But he said it was something along the lines of Chainsaw Man 2. Chainsaw Man Part 2 really explores a world where girls don't get bitches. Like, or something along those lines. It was a tweet like that.
Yes, and that was hilarious. Because he had reposted it on his, I think he reposted on his story too.
Yeah,
I had
he did.
It also.
I was crying, and I was like,
"That's the best way to explain." Yeah, to explain that manga. Just no women's not getting bitches, niggas not getting, no one's getting bitches. Yeah. Like everyone's just bitchless.
Yeah, everyone in this anime. So, manga. So Chainsaw Man Part 2, it's continuing trek on. What else have I been reading?
We haven't even talked. I mean, I know we were talking about Demon Slayer before. I'm sorry, I'm pivoting right back to anime.
Nah, go ahead.
We didn't even talk about Swordsman's Village.
We could.
It's coming.
We'll bring it up.
We'll bring it up.
Yeah. Let's finish the catch up, and then I got three major points because there's definitely some shit that we haven't talked about yet. That's obviously like glaring because it's week.
But yeah, I've been so slow on the reading lately. I've just been letting chapters.
You haven't been arguing about what's going on in the story.
It's been great. It's been slightly peaceful, but I'm coming back.
We haven't been wondering why Gege is doing this in JJK. Not that he's doing anything, but this is typically the question that we ask is like, why is this nigga doing this?
Why is he doing this? That is a Lookout Discord classic question. Why is Gege doing this?
What is Gege thinking? But
what is he thinking? We don't know ever. But then me and Cyrus had to defend him to the tooth and nail because we got some Horikoshi stands.
Of course. Well, listen. There's none. I don't shout to Skip if he's fucking listening to this, but he is not a Horikoshi stan because he just goes whichever side he feels like has a much more, I guess, stronger point. Which is not what stand-up is supposed to be. Stand-up is a mental illness where you ignore all the facts and you stand on your own, your own belief. Yeah, you stand on your own faith. You ignore all the facts, and then you come back and insult them with you defend your thing with insults rather than facts.
That's you with Horikoshi. I don't get it.
No, but fucking. This shit has been popping. Like, My Hero Academia, these last chapters has been popping. I don't know what Horikoshi, I mean, shout out to him, of course, like all mangaka right now, going through their health issues. But nah, My Hero Academia been popping. Like, y'all, more popping than what's going on in JJK, if I had to say so myself, to be honest with you. I think JJK, we just reach a very strong point. So you know what? It just reached a very thing. But My Hero Academia been there for like a year now.
Yeah, nah. I'm not fully caught up on it yet, but where I'm at now, they're pivoting.
Yeah,
they're pivoting because this second war, everything. I was over here
it's
like,
all or nothing. Nah, it's all or nothing. It started off a little bit.
It was a little shaky to start. It was a little shaky. It had y'all in the first half. Second half though,
it's picked up.
It picked up. I enjoy it.
Every chapter is something new. And bringing back, and the one thing is like we're bringing back characters. We're tying up stories. We're telling stories. We're making hits. You know what I'm saying? We're making hits, and we're bringing it back around and say, you know what? That was a hit. That was it. Another one. It's like a medley. That's what these latest chapters of My Hero Academia have been. It's like a medley.
It's
of hits of like, wow, I forgot about that guy. I
This
forgot
is
about that
stand-up.
girl.
This
This
is
is stand up.
stand-up. This is
This is
stand-up. If you're listening and you want to hear stand-up in work right now, this is stand-up.
this
The
is
little
stand up.
fake, the little fake cheering and the little fake clapping that y'all be doing is a stand-up. This right here, what you hearing is stand-up at its finest.
That's
That is
amazing.
funny. That
Blue Box was really good this week too.
was it. All right, I need to read it.
Wow, you gave what are you doing? What are you doing?
What have I been doing? I've been watching anime and cooking a lot lately.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds like a little way of the house husband. Okay.
Yeah, it's been very much that lately. Haven't been having much time to sit down and read. It's been like, all right, let me watch a couple episodes and then dad life and then let me go cook. And that's where it's been at. I've been trying to stay on top of news though.
Okay.
We finally figured out why the French always are getting things way before us.
Why is that?
Oh, did you not see what I posted where they were talking to? It was an interview with a correspondent for a manga company, and they were talking about, distribution in different countries, and they were just saying like the French are crazy. They'll read one chapter and just be like, "All right, let's order as many copies as we can," and while everyone else is like trying to figure out like, okay, like how long is this gonna run? Is this worth the investment? It's like French publications don't care. They're just like first chapter in, they hit them with the AD rule. One chapter is all they need, and they're just like, all right, we're gonna buy into it.
I love it.
And that's why there's always French versions of every manga possible.
The French love their good stories.
They do. They love their stories.
All right, let's get into the big main three. Well, there's only two. There's not three things, but we did with the catch up, read more manga, watch more anime, drink more water, all the stuff that AD says. Next week we have a very, very special episode of The Lookout because it will be Titan Time, the final season, part 3, the first half, version 1,
episode
3.
1.
Yeah.
Update 3. We're getting new emojis.
Attack on Titan is gonna be back, bro. I mean, it's not gonna be back. I don't count this as being back. If you do a 1 hour special and you're just like, here's what we can do for you. So I don't count it as back. But we're
are they only? So is the first episode just a 1 hour? Because okay, you got to break this down to me. I've been so confused. So
okay. Attack on Titan, the final season, part 4. Final season. No, this is season 4. Part 3, the first half, will only be a 1 hour special.
Oh, we're not getting much with that.
No, we're not getting much. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at a side eye because 1 hour special really means like 1 hour special for TV. So it's really probably gonna be like 43 minutes or so.
Yeah. We're not getting much in that time.
But it could be 1 hour special. So the trailers they dropped, they look fucking fantastic. The AOT trailers, the first one that they dropped a number of weeks ago, and then the other one they dropped a couple of days ago. It looks like God.
Looks like
so
God.
I'm looking forward to it. And then we'll get the other part, the ending later this year. So it's essentially like they're kind of dropping 2 movies, but not really. But yes, but they're made for TV. So next week we'll have to watch this entire. I mean, it comes out on Friday, so
March 3rd, right?
Yeah. So we'll have some time we can watch this and indulge in this. So we have Titan Time next week. We're going to talk about this first part of the season and kind of like have to reacclimate ourselves, and then also like kind of have to run away from it again, because again, we're getting one part next week and then another part probably like sometime in the fall. Let me see. And they on Anna Plus. What time does it air? Hold on. Final season part 3 premieres Oh, they don't have. Oh, and look at that. They're doing encore times and everything. Um, so we have that to look forward to. So ask yourself, are you excited to see the ending of this?
Yes,
series?
I'm finally ready for this thing to end, so we don't have to continue to hear people complain about things that don't make sense. With
I
I'm
think
not
people are
really.
over that. The manga ended like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for the AOT everything, the AOT verse.
Right.
It's time for it to go night
We were
night.
breathing the same air as Isayama a number of months ago. You didn't really see him,
Yeah,
but we were breathing similar air. To
somebody
him.
there was a cooler panel going on at the same time. It's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like just us being in. How many people besides the 15,000 people at Anime NYC can ever say they were in close proximity to Hajime Isayama?
That's true.
Not a
He's
lot.
probably locked up in a room very
Yeah.
much of his time back home.
Not a lot. Especially not American people. So
I'm mad that he came over here though and started like, you know, telling people to be nice to him because of the ending. Like, no, you should have stayed 10
yes,
toes.
be nice to him, weirdos.
Yo, you
Yes,
stand
y'all
10
ain't
toes in your ending. So he should have
No,
just been
y'all
like,
ain't.
hey, my ending. He should have been like, my ending is my ending. Y'all want to change it? Go write your own manga. That's what
Hey
his
man,
energy should have been. His
hey
energy
man,
was
he
like,
got
oh, please, please, please don't. I
our
love you
goats have
guys.
feelings too. The goats have feelings too. This man made a classic, and y'all are frying him for the end
Because
of
of
it.
the ending. Because the ending was whack.
The ending is not whack.
The ending
It's
is
so much
whack.
that he made an alternate ending. It was like, all right, well, just to because he felt totally bad because he knows how much this means to people and he's seen all the support. This is one of the most popular franchises in anime history. It doesn't get it should be widely acclaimed and applauded as other, you know,
It
top
is though.
viewing.
I
Not in
think
like the United
AOT.
States. Like it should be up there with like
Oh, it
fucking.
is for
It should
sure.
be up there with fucking what's the shithole show that Game of Thrones and all these other things, Last of Us and all these other shows that are out here that people are binging. It should be there. It should be there.
And there's no real anime that's up there though. Outside of like
There's
Dragon
none.
Ball, but
Dragon
outside
Ball's
of like Dragon
popularity.
Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is popular because of like it's not popular because of the story. This is like
Oh no, but
my god. It is, but it's not. But yeah.
no, I hear what you're saying. Like the AOT story as a whole, in terms of talking about something,
TV. This is prestige.
you're talking
TV.
about prestige TV. In terms of AOT's like storytelling, what the story is as a whole, if you take out the animation, if you're like to read this out of a book, yes, like the storytelling is really good. That ending was shaky though, and like you get like people are giving the ending the same shit they would have gave Game of Thrones or anything else. How that ending was trash. Like
right.
a trash ending can ruin a good thing, and the ending was whack.
But guess what? It's not going to. I put all my money on it. That people won't walk out of.
People are gonna still love it.
People will love because overall, it's great. Overall, if you had to give it, would it be a 10 out of 10? Maybe not. Maybe it'd be a 9.9 out of 10. Who knows? But it's still very good.
It's like an 8.5 out of 10 for me. I can't erase those first two seasons. Those first two seasons were slow. The art was trash.
Knowing what you get after you get all of that makes sense to me. And you know what? I'm gonna revisit those seasons. I've been waiting for this shit to end to revisit these seasons. To be honest with you, if I'm keeping it,
when you watch those first two seasons, those first two seasons drag so much. It just dragged.
The first time to me, it dragged because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, all right, whatever, Titans, whatever. Fuck. From my second watch on, I was like, I'm missing shit. I'm breezing through this thing, man. Like this is prestige television. Prestige, bro. It's good. Even all the way through.
It's solid. I need to rewatch. I need to rewatch the first 2 seasons. I need to rewatch everything, really, to be honest. But
keep it a buck. We need to rewatch everything.
Yeah, you gotta rewatch it all. I have
I'm trying to see if Grisha Yeager's looking at something funny in that first couple episodes. I'm trying to look at it. It's like, oh, this nigga know Aaron looking at him. That's Aaron right there. That's what I'm trying to say. There's Aaron right there. That's me in the first 2 episodes.
Oh man, I gotta rewatch it. I have to rewatch it because those first.
Oh shit, there's Zeke. Zeke where Aaron is right behind him. Wait, she's doing the dishes. They looking at him, looking at her, doing the dishes.
Crazy.
So I'm looking forward to that. Demon Slayer, Swordsmith Village arc. First episode will premiere in theaters next weekend. I have not bought a ticket for this, but it's also the same weekend as Creed 3. But also, I didn't watch Creed 2. But I feel like I don't need to be honest with you. But
you gonna go see Creed 3? My boy Michael B. Jordan's. Is this his director debut?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's his debut. I'm not a big movie guy, but it feels like it. He says there's a lot of anime influence in his Creed in this Creed film because he's
you can tell from the preview. You can tell from the preview. Old friend comes back from the past to come draw this man out of retirement. It sounds like an anime plot right there to fight him.
There you go. So I'm like, yo, do I want to watch both these things?
Yes, you do.
I do.
But at the same
is it going to be the same price?
Do I want to go see an episode in theaters?
I feel like, to be honest with you, I'm keeping a buck with you. Demon Slayer is probably best absorbed in theaters as a movie. But knowing that the episode is probably going to come out like 4 weeks from now, I'm like, do I want to... Is the ticket price going to be the same? Is it still going to be an exorbitant
it gotta be. Yeah.
For me to watch this as an adult.
You're going to an AMC theater to watch this. That's a $15 ticket offer.
Hey man, some theaters been closing down over here. I haven't been liking it. Also, I gotta go with myself, which is very whack, but it is what it is. You know, if I'm not doing anything next week, I'll check it out. While everyone is in Creed, it'll be me and 4 other dudes watching, and probably some small petite chicks, watching Demon Slayer's first 2 episodes in the theaters. I don't know yet.
Is it the first 2 or just 1?
I mean, the first episode is an hour long, is what they say.
Okay. So 40 minutes. So I'm spending 45 minutes in the theater.
So what they've done with the tour is they've shown the final fight in the previous season, and then went into the first episode, which makes sense if you know what's going to be the first episode of the season. It makes complete sense. Because the first episode is I don't want to give too much spoilery shit, but it's essentially all the upper moons are like, what the fuck, bro? And Muzan is like, what the fuck, yo? Like, who are these niggas?
Why
so you have
are you
that
going
to
so
look for.
crazy?
Yes, absolutely. So we have that next weekend. We have this next weekend. We should probably talk about... We buried the lead with Lookout stuff, so...
We did.
Lookout stuff. Just kind of news before we head out of here. So next week we'll be doing Time Time. The following week after that, you got a 5th anniversary special. It's going to be 5 years of the Lookout, which is nuts.
That's crazy.
It is nuts. I did 2 belts for 4 years. A show is going on 6 years at this point, and now Lookout will be 5 years old. So
you're good at commitment. Listen.
Come on, man. Don't do this to me right now. I'm going through
it. You're good at commitment, bro. You're good. You're good at commitment.
I'm going through it. Don't do this to me. But with that said, 5-year anniversary special. We'll have a fan vote episode, so you'll be able to. We're gonna pick first episodes of of various shows, and guys can tell us which one that we should watch and kind of discuss. So we'll do that. We'll put them up on. Actually, probably put up on Twitter sometime this week, so we know by the time next week, so we can get ready for it and then watch it the week after. And then this series of episodes. I don't want to call it a season, but it just is what it is. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. We're going back to basics for the JJK fandom. We're covering JJK Season 1 in its entirety as we prepare for Season 2, which premieres this summer. Your thoughts on Season 1 of JJK, my friend?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. My bad, I had zoned. But no, I'm excited for Season 1 of JJK. I think one of the how can I put this?
You don't have to say better because it's not. It's real. It's just an.
No, I won't say it's bad. I'm trying to say where I'm ranking this in terms of best Season 1s of late, because it's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that happens in that Season 1.
24 episodes, 25 episodes. So,
and that was what I mean. Shit, that was
2020. 2020 came out.
That was 2020.
October 3rd, 2020. I remember it specifically because this was the first anime that was coming out.
I'll say Season 1. Season 1 is top 3 Season 1s.
It helped us get us out of the
last
pandemic.
5 years. Yeah,
it helped emerge us from the pandemic.
Do you think the pandemic gave it a little bit more than?
Yeah, because we were starving for anime during that time. We were like, "Yo, we need something." Everything was delayed. Everything was backed up. We were starving then. During that 2020 fall season, I believe that's when Attack on Titan came back. This show came back. I think there was another Haikyuu that was out as well. There was a lot of things going on during that period. So, we'll talk about it. We'll revisit it. We'll revisit the periods. I would like to hope we have some guests along the way.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to jump you for the sake of GG.
Okay.
We need nothing but JJK. Yeah, we need nothing but JJK stands on. If your stand-up can't match up to his Horikoshi stand-up, yeah, that's the bar we're at with it.
Well, I don't know. My fave roots their decisions and things that have happened in the story before instead of just shit that comes out of thin air. But it's I'm still looking forward to watching it and maybe getting a better grasp of this man's.
I still can't believe you said that I can't believe you really said that it got the pandemic boost.
Yeah, we were starving, bro.
We were, but we wasn't that hungry.
Yes, we were, bro. Yes, we fucking were. Yes, I
think it stands up. I think it stands up to the same.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. But I'm saying...
No, you're not saying it's bad. You're just saying it. Rewatching it, you don't think it's gonna hit the same as the first time that we watched it during the pandemic. And I can tell you. I think it will.
I can tell you from my personal experience. I've watched this again. It was cool. But
I feel you're being a hater. That's what I just feel like. I feel like you're hating. So there's some haterism in this.
No. But I'll say the best is yet to come in Season 2, and that's why we're covering Season 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. Season 2 is gonna blow Season 1 out the water. Season 2 is gonna really be a top fiver.
Yeah. So we have that to look forward to. So you know what? Let us build. Let the beat build, as Lil Wayne would say. And when we get there, we'll get there and we'll talk about it and we'll have fun and we'll have our discussions. I invite everybody who wants to attack me for my JJK logic questioning. Yeah, questionable.
Your critiques can be a little.
Hey man, some shit comes out of nowhere and I don't like that. But it is what it is. And then we got a lot more stuff coming up this season. Make sure you guys always stay tuned. Oh my god, and I should have started off with this as well. Listen to Subsly Dubsly. They've been holding down the feed for the last number of months. Now you got 2 amazing anime podcasts that you can listen to on a weekly basis. They're covering pretty much the universe of the Saiyans in season 2 of Subsly Dubsly. They're doing a great job. So shout out to Jay, shout out to D, and just continue to support. I'll say this. I legitimately cracked my knuckles on this. I'll say.
Yeah, I know. I heard. My God, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. I will say this.
Yeah,
it is very. Horrible. It is okay. It is very hard as podcasts or anime content creators, just in general, to continue to maintain and do this for a long period of time. It is very tough. Sometimes anime is very niche and you want to be the super fan and you want to talk about it and have a very free forum and an open space to talk about it, and sometimes it's not as well received as you would like to be. I can't say that for ours because I think everyone who listens to ours likes ours. But it's tough creating content on a consistent basis. So the mere fact that we've done this for 5 years, the mere fact that we've done this through various other mediums, the mere fact that people respond to it as well as they do, and that we've continued to maintain consistency. Now, I feel like the Lookout will evolve at some point in the future into another form and entity. But until then, I want to give a shout out to all the anime content creators, all the creatives just in general, whether you make fucking clothes, whether you make YouTube videos, whether you make TikToks, whether you do cosplay, whether you do all this stuff. It's a tough beat, especially if you black. Because chances are, if you do black and you're a cosplayer, they're going to call you some types of words for whatever fucking reason. So it's a tough world out there, but just maintain consistency and just be the best that you can be. And with that said,
those are wise words from a wise man right there.
There you go.
I can't say it any better.
33.
Yeah, you're old now. That's why you cracked your knuckles like that. That's why I was concerned.
Absolutely. Listen, my homegirl was like, "Oh, it's your Jesus year." I was like, "You know what?
It's your Jesus year."
Maybe, just maybe.
This is your one mic year.
All I need is it's at age 33. It's 33. That means all my duns was holding 17. 27 hit your crew. 6 went into you. Everybody gotta die sometimes. Hope you're free. Listen, bro. Listen.
It's your one mic here. That's crazy.
All I need is one mic. Listen, with that said.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I love that song. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. Subscribe to The Lookout RNC on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and everywhere where you can find it. Follow me at Meelz TV. Follow Jamal at only at LJ. I keep going. I see ATL all the time, and I'm like,
oh. I know. Only ATLJ.
Only ATLJ. Only ATL Jacob. Oh.
Yeah,
that's what I think in my brain. ATL Jacob, but only at LJ or only at ATLJ.
I'm not from Atlanta though.
And follow him there. And yeah, let's have a great time this season and talk about anime. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.